Sorry about that, guys. The video kind of just cut off for no real reason. I don't have the proper editing tools at the moment so that I can like splice it the way I want to. So this is going to be like part two of my review, even though it's not going to be as long as the first part because I've done more than half the album by now. So I apologize for that. I'm going to get better editing materials sooner or later. So anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. Masterpiece Mona Lisa is the 11th song on the album. I'm sorry, I didn't even say how many songs are on here. There are 12. And it's a great song. It's a song about self-love. It's a song about, you know, realizing that you are beautiful the way that you are. And she says, I finally realized, that I am perfect. That this is how I am. That's how it is. And about, how we should accept ourselves. It's a great song for women and girls and stuff like that. It's probably the most inspiring song, I guess, in terms of the subject matter. And I really like this song a lot. It's a 5 out of 5. Just for the message alone, it kind of gets like 3 points. But the other 2 points is how beautiful she sings it and everything. You guys have to listen to the song to know what I mean. I'm going to put the link to the music in the description box so you guys can hear the songs that I'm talking about. So anyway, the last song on the album is If You Dare. This is an okay song. I like the message. It's about, it's kind of a song that kind of defines the 20s. It's, do what you want to do. Don't be scared. You can do it. You have all the potential in the world. If you dare, you can do whatever you want. If you dare to, it's kind of the song about what's it about. I like the sound of it. I like how she sings it. It's not a favorite of mine at all. I feel like Masterpiece Mona Lisa should have been the last song on the album. If You Dare, now to be fair, If You Dare is actually a bonus track. It says so, bonus track, If You Dare. But still, I still think Masterpiece Mona Lisa should have, that would have been like the way to end an album. But If You Dare is a nice song. I like it. It is good enough to be on this album, I suppose, and I guess that's why she decided to put it on there. But it depends on how you see it. Technically, Masterpiece is the last song on the album. They just decided If You Dare is a bonus track. I still like it though. So I would give this last song, If You Dare, 3.5. And that's actually the whole album. In about 18 or so minutes I reviewed. I didn't think it would take me that long. I apologize that it took me so long to review, I guess, this album. I like the back of it. She's kind of just hanging out with her family and they're watching television. I'm curious. I'm sure that's her real family, and they're sort of just chilling. I think that's a really nice thing for her to do, to put them on her album. Because you think about it, most albums just have like that person on them, like pictures of themselves. That's not a bad thing or anything. But with her, I feel like it's a little more personal. Like her family sort of inspires her to do this. Because we know that Jazmine Sullivan, if you know anything about her, she took about a 3-year break after her second album because I think it was getting too much for her, the fame or probably the music industry was getting too much for her, and she probably had her family's encouragement to go back because I remember she literally dropped her second album, and then she was like, okay, I'm taking a break, or I'm leaving, or whatever. And I'm really I'm really glad she took that time, like those 3 or so years she's been gone, to write this music, because even though I wasn't really a fan of her before, I am definitely a fan now, and I think this album is awesome. I think you guys should listen to it at least. That's the least you can do, is listen to it. I thought that it was so good that I went out and bought it myself. I mean, I could listen to it for free on Spotify, but it's not enough. I have to buy it and have, and own the music myself. It says she's the executive producer of it. How many times do you hear like musicians nowadays, doing it themselves, like writing the music, singing the way she sings, the way that she sings some of these songs differently from others. So she knew what style to go with it. And I really like that. I really thought, you know what? Jazmine is okay with me. She needs to keep doing music. She needs to take a break again. That is cool. If she comes back again with some new music, that's how it has to be, and that's how it has to be. Because some of these artists like Rihanna, for a while she had like an album every year, right? And she didn't really write any of it and stuff like that. And she never really sung the songs in a different way, or had like inspiration or anything, or even had different subject matters and stuff like that. And this album is just everything it needs to be. It doesn't need to be mainstream music. I think her album definitely deserves more attention just because how good it is, how like it's about these different things that people can relate to. Like Brand New, which I was saying earlier, you know, when I've listened to it, it cracks me up because it's a song about a woman who's gotten dumped essentially when her man gets famous. How many times do you hear that subject? How many times do you hear that happening to these women who've been with famous people? And then just her singing that point of view is fun. Mascara, which is a song that could probably be a little controversial, you know, is about, you know, how these some women just use their looks and their body and stuff to get money and how they get the best. Like I think there's a line in the song where she's like, you know, don't I deserve the best or something like that. Even though, you know, she's living her lifestyle people don't approve of. I think the song really comes from a non-judgmental point of view, like, hey, you know, that's how it is sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I've said I think everything I need to say. It says parental advisory on here. I guess so. I mean, it's an adult woman singing, so I guess. I mean, she cusses. Oh, that's another thing. She does cuss in the song. She says the N word quite a few times. She says it in Hood Love, Brand New, sorta. They kind of bleep it out in a way. I think another song she says it like she says bitch in Stanley. It's like the line is like take a bitch to dinner or something like that, and stuff like that. So there is some cursing I didn't expect necessarily, but it doesn't really downgrade the music. It kind of makes it more real. I think it kind of makes it more relatable. Like, oh, okay, so this is how she talks, I guess. So she sings this way. So I really like that. I like how personable it is. You know, you guys, I'm kind of running out of stuff to say. It's a great album. So check it out. It's called Jazmine Sullivan, the reality show. It just came out January. Show some support. At the very least, listen to it on YouTube. I'm going to put the links below so you can hear what I'm talking about. I'm going to probably rank the songs on there in the description box and stuff. So check it out. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.